Hi everyone. It looks like I have a better setup now. I just had to kind of finagle things around a little bit. So today I figured it'd be fun to talk about hair stuff while my hair is drying. Because I have a few things that I've been wanting to talk about because I've been trying to grow out my hair. This isn't really going to be ASMR. This is going to be more of an actual chat, but I have a microphone just in case. So I have had quite the hair journey, and it's currently wet right now, but I kind of just want to talk about the things that I'm trying and the things I'm going to try. So with that, let's get into it. So I have so many things next to me right now, it's actually crazy. I have tried so many different things, it's actually crazy. And let me see if I can find my brush because my hair is like crazy right now. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. So let me clean out my brush first. That'd be kind of helpful. So I got my hair cut back in March, where I also got it dyed a dark brown. The history behind my hair is that I dyed it red, which required me to bleach my entire head. Horrible idea. We'll never do that again. Actually never doing it again. But basically, I had that for about 3 months, maybe 2 months. I paid $350. I sat in the chair for, I kid you not, 7 hours, because that's how long it takes, and that's okay. That's just how long it takes. My hairstylist wanted to do a good job. I appreciate her time. I paid her. Great. It destroyed my hair, even though my hair is very strong, because I wasn't sure how to actually maintain it. So that was back in January that I got it redone. I dyed it back to brown. I am naturally a light brown, kind of, you can sort of tell. It's more of this color than this. Like a light brown, almost blonde kind of deal. So basically, I got it redyed, and I had her cut off some of the split ends, My hair felt like straw. So I was like, hey, could you cut off some of these split ends since we're here? Please and thank you. I said, please don't cut off any more than half an inch. I'm trying to grow my hair out. Half an inch, by the way, keywords. She proceeds to cut off 2.5. Not sure how she got that. I explicitly said half. It was 2.5. So my hair grows around 3/4 of an inch to an inch a month. And this was back, I want to say, this was back in March. So this was 2.5 months ago, because it was about mid-March. Maybe 2 months ago. So I've been trying to grow my hair out quickly because I measured my hair. It started at like 21 inches and now it's at 23.5 inches. And the goal is to make it a 27 in the front, by the way, not the back. My hair is wavy, so I know that kind of takes away from the length a bit versus straight hair, but that's okay. I just measure it when it's wet because that's when it's at its straightest. And yeah, so I'm trying to get it down, trying to get to grow to about 27 to 28 inches right now, and I have 4.5 inches to go. So I've been trying to up the rate from an inch to maybe 2 inches a month, which I know is like really hard to get to, but I'm trying. And I figured that this is the video to kind of talk about that and with the things that I've been trying. So again, let's get started. That was my backstory. Currently what you see is wet hair and no shit, Sherlock. But this is wet hair, and I currently have the K18 biomimetic hair science leave-in molecular repair hair mask. So I followed the instructions. I shampooed with clarifying shampoo from Olaplex. I also did the number 3 with Olaplex before I shampooed, which I will get into that because I have a whole story with Olaplex. It's a positive story though. But basically, I left this in. I'm trying to wring out my hair because it says to do towel dry. And then It says maximum recommended usage is 3 pumps. I took 2 pumps each side. So, okay. Wait 4 minutes to not rinse out, so I did. And right now it is drying down pretty smooth. I'm really hoping this helps, but this was really expensive, so we're gonna see how this goes. I also invested, because I feel like invested is the right word, in the K18 Molecular Repair Hair Oil, which I will put in probably tomorrow morning when it's dry. It says apply to damp towel dry hair before styling or on dry hair as a finisher. Okay, so I guess I could technically put it on right now. Oh, this is a dropper. Oh shoot. Okay, well, we're gonna put some on real quick. I didn't use a whole ton, but it's very thick oil. Hopefully you can't tell that I'm from the south. It's a pretty full dropper, but I'm only using the tiniest bit because this stuff was like not cheap, and I'm trying to like recover my split ends. I still have split ends, by the way. I have not gone to get my hair cut since March. I'm planning on not going until August, like beginning of August, because I need this girl to actually do what I ask her to do. So that'll be a whole discussion. But anyway, so it doesn't smell. It kind of smells like a hair salon, actually. It smells okay. So we're gonna try that. But I've been trying, I just got it today, the K18. So I don't have much to report on it yet. We're gonna hope it works. Now, what I do have to report on are other things. So I have tried minoxidil, Olaplex, their entire regimen, Miele, Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil, the Love Ori Hair Oil, which I can make a separate video on because that's a whole other thing. And then again, this goes back to Olaplex, the number 0.5, and it's a scalp longevity treatment. So I've also tried the Inversion Method, which is when you flip your head over, all the blood rushes to your head for 4.5 minutes, you massage your scalp, and apparently it helps with your hair growth because it's like all the blood rushes to your scalp, right? So I did that, and I think it has definitely helped. Like, I actually did notice a difference just from that. And what I would do, however, is I would use this stuff. And I used this stuff by itself for about a week. Almost 2. My hair was not pleased. It did not like it. It built up very quickly on my scalp. And I do have oily hair, but not horribly oily, you know? It's well trained, it doesn't overproduce. This stuff, I had so much hair loss that week. It was so bad I had to sweep my office 5 times, once a day. So I stopped using this. This is a practically full bottle. I'm not going to return it. Obviously, I might use it in the future, but for now, in terms of hair growth, I am not going to. Going into the Olaplex, I started using this stuff. These are 2 examples. The number 7 bonding oil, which is normally what I use, but like you just saw, I'm going to use the K18. And then I started using the 0.5 stuff for my scalp, and I noticed that it did a great job in terms of the oil on my scalp. Like, my scalp just never felt oily, which is amazing actually, because like I said, I have oily hair. So I found that this helped repair. It does not help your hair grow, but it does help your hair repair itself. So I was doing the number 3 before shampooing. So I would leave it in for about 3 minutes. It says 10, but you do 3. And then I would use the clarifying shampoo, then the conditioner. And I'm forgetting the numbers right now, but I'm just kind of telling you. Then I would go in with the number 8 hair mask, and I would let that sit for about 5 minutes. And then with cool water, not hot water, cool water, I would rinse it out. And then I would put in the number 6 bonder. And that is such a, they talk about the 10-step skincare routine, and I feel like I had a 10-step hair routine, but it really did help my hair. And then after I would get out of the shower, I would put in the number 7 bonding oil on, the actual strands plus the ends, and then I would put the 0.5 on my scalp once it had dried a little bit, and then I called it a day. My hair looked pretty okay. It didn't feel like straw anymore. It took about a month for it to start to fix itself, but right now it's a lot better. Not exactly to where I would like it to be, but it did go from straw back to somewhat normal hair. Because again, I had dye over the bleach, so my hair was not happy, needless to say. And I, by the way, prior to dyeing my hair red, aka bleaching my entire head, I had been dyeing my hair dark brown, almost black, for about a year and a half. So my hair had not gotten a chance to take a break. Good stuff. So it's been doing, I would say, a really good job at repairing my hair, especially the number 6, the number 8, and the number 3. I really do like that stuff. I have to say though, it is so expensive. It is insane how expensive it is. So if you can't afford to spend $60 per product, just don't. Like, I can't really, and I still did. So I got the big bottles of everything. I spent double, and hopefully I'm just trying to make it last. Because, whoa. I actually ordered some garlic shampoo off of Amazon. It was like 20 bucks for a 16-ounce bottle. So we're gonna hope that that is just good. I know it's like a wide difference, but anyways. So the last 2 things though that I have tried, right, for actual hair growth, this is the hair growth part, okay, was from Curology. I actually have this right here that I'm still on, and it's 6%, hold on, I'm going to cut that, I'm going to show my name. It is 6% minoxidil, 2% ketoconazole, 2% caffeine, and you apply 1 milliliter, aka 1 full of this, to your entire scalp once daily is what it says. And so basically using this, right, I've been using it now for about a week, and I don't do it daily, I do it every other day, because the problem with minoxidil is your hair starts to rely on it, and it's really for hair loss, not hair growth. However, I have noticed it has helped. It has helped reduce the shedding, which is great. So, good stuff. I think my hair has been growing out a little bit faster. Again, I do the inversion method every other week for a whole week. So 2 weeks out of the month, I do the inversion method. It's recommended that you do it once a month, but I am trying to fast track it. And I don't have any issues when I do it. I don't have any headaches, any issues with going to sleep. Like, I'm good. So, yep. And then lastly, I've not seen any videos on this, and I will make one when I'm done with the bottle probably, or more so done with the bottle, the Lovori Rosemary Scalp Serum. This is more of an oil, and it doesn't have the list of ingredients on here, but it was made by an influencer named Blair Walnuts, and she's really cool, and I think she bleached her hair platinum or something, and no, she did, and she developed this hair oil to help regrow it and fix it, because bleach on dark hair, platinum especially, is very damaging, obviously. So I used this about a year ago, and I had pretty good results, but it was $54 at the time, and a much smaller bottle, so I couldn't justify the price, so I didn't buy it again. And then just about a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I got back into it because the price was reduced, bigger bottle. I was like, okay, it's like double the size, 15 bucks less, we'll give it a go. So here it is. I use it 3 times a week. I wash my hair about twice a week, and I love how it doesn't leave my hair super oily, and my scalp doesn't feel like it's had a lot of buildup. And I feel like when I mix it with the inversion method, like I massage it into my scalp, it has really helped. Because like I said, it's been about 2.5 months. I normally would have grown about maybe 2.5 inches of hair, and I've grown, actually no, that's over, maybe less, maybe closer to 2 inches, and I've grown it to be about 3, I want to say, maybe 3.5. So because when I cut it, it was at like 19.5, and now it's at 23.25, so almost 4 inches. So I have doubled it. It's just taken a lot of work and a lot of focus and a lot of not going out at night, because it's all a process. So no fun at all. But with that being said, those are my reviews currently of all these products. The Lavori, the Miele, the K18, the Olaplex, and the Curology. So, plus the Inversion Method, which I can make a whole other video on because I just find it so cool how turning your head upside down and massaging your scalp for 5 minutes can do so much work. So I used to do it in the mornings and at night, but I stopped doing that because I got lazy and I was like late to work one day and it just wasn't worth it. So with that being said, I will continue to make more videos about this stuff because I love tracking the progress. And I have about 2.5 months left until I get my hair done, where I'm just gonna have her review it and possibly get a little haircut, which it better be 1/2 inch this time. So we'll see how it looks by then, but hopefully it'll be longer. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. I am gonna have a better setup soon, I promise. This is usually for other kinds of videos, like the ASMR ones, but that's besides the point. Anyways, have a lovely, lovely night or a lovely day wherever you are, and bye.